Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm here to do predictions for the probably the biggest WWE pay-per-view in quite a while. For the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. As you know, we have a lot of, one major big angle going into the pay-per-view, but we also got, the two Money in the Bank ladder matches. We got Christian and Orton again. Should be a good pay-per-view. So let's get into the predictions. You have the Divas title match will be Kelly versus Brie Bella. I really don't care about this match at all. Kelly, of course, is probably going to win. Yeah, I don't see her losing the title anytime soon. It seems like she's the only diva that gets a reaction. And so yeah, I see Kelly winning. But who cares? Another match on the card. We got the Big Show versus Mark Henry. In this match, I'm not looking forward to the actual match itself, but I do like the fact that they're building up Mark Henry a little bit as a monster again, and I don't see a winner in this match. I see this match being a no decision or a disqualification win for the Big Show and or Mark Henry. I see this feud lasting definitely a little bit longer, and I can see it with a big payoff type street fight type match, or a last man standing type match, at SummerSlam. So, because I really don't see anything else for the Big Show to do, and I know Vince likes to make sure that, he gets Big Show on pay-per-views and whatnot as much as he can. So I do see this feud continuing, and I do not see a winner, at least a clean winner in this match. And if anything, I will say Big Show by disqualification. Which leads us then to, I guess you would say, the SmackDown Money in the Bank ladder match. Again, if you saw my Raw video, which not many people did, I will admit, but I said the WWE, you can really tell their lack of star power right now, just by looking at who's in the Money in the Bank ladder matches. I do know it's usually for the up-and-comers, like for guys that don't normally, get opportunities at the title. But if you look at the Money in the Bank ladder matches from last year, there was a lot bigger names than in the SmackDown. You got Justin Gabriel, Heath Slater, Sheamus, Sin Cara, Daniel Bryan, Cody Rhodes, and Wade Barrett and Kane. I'm leaning a little bit towards Kane actually right now, because I do see, and I'll do the predictions for that later, but if Orton retains the title after what happened on SmackDown, I do see them maybe trying to push Kane as maybe a top heel on SmackDown if they don't trust Christian enough to be the top heel of SmackDown. I don't know. I think it's too obvious for Sheamus to win. But if Sheamus does win, I can definitely see him cashing it in that night. But my pick is actually going to be, in a shocker, Justin Gabriel. The reason I say this is, as I'm saying it, I don't even believe it myself. 90% won't win, but I'm going to say why it makes sense is, I know they want to push him as a face. He has great in-ring ability, and I believe if you did turn him into a face, he can get well over with the fans quite quick too. He has that move set type of ability that attracts the younger fans and gets the people who follow the faces and the normal, the casual fan. I can see them really getting behind Gabriel as a face. In all likelihood, you know, you're gonna have Kane or Sheamus win, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Justin Gabriel. You know, sometimes you get that out of the blue winner of these Money in the Bank matches, and I think this was the one where it would be kind of out of the blue, and just based on the field, anybody could take it. Except for Daniel Bryan, unfortunately. Him and Heath Slater, I don't see either one of them winning it. I'd be shocked. I would love to see Daniel Bryan win it, but I'd be shocked. But that would take me to the Raw Money in the Bank ladder match, which, again, you can just tell a lack of star power. You have Rey Mysterio versus Alex Riley versus Alberto Del Rio versus R-Truth versus The Miz versus Kofi Kingston versus Evan Bourne. Now, this match is going to also pertain to the winner of the Raw main event. I don't see Del Rio winning it. The only reason being is he doesn't need it. He's won a number one contenders match, and I believe they're gonna, you know, put that back into play for SummerSlam against Cena. And I believe whoever wins the Raw Money in the Bank is going to hold on to the briefcase for a while. I believe if Del Rio does win, that means that Punk is gonna win. I'll get into that later. If Del Rio wins, I believe he's gonna cash it in that night. But I'm gonna go with The Miz actually winning for a second year in a row. He's been on a losing streak as of lately, and I still see him as one of the bigger heels on Raw, especially if Punk leaves. It's going to basically leave you with Del Rio, Miz, and Truth, and I really don't think they have much faith in Truth. And I'm sorry, Jack Swagger is also in the Raw Money in the Bank match, but there's no chance Jack Swagger is going to win. But I'm going to go with The Miz, and I'm going to say that he will not cash in the Money in the Bank briefcase that night, and will hold on to it for a while. That's my opinion. But if Del Rio does win, he cashes in that night. But that will take me to the World Heavyweight title match between Randy Orton and my favorite Christian. In all booking sense, and I'm not just saying this as a Christian mark, Christian should logically win this match. If they're going to build him as the top heel of SmackDown, then and they don't want to make that title reign a complete joke that he had, he would regain the title here, even if it would be in a disqualification type form or something of that nature. But as much as it pains me to say, I'm going to say that I think that what happened at the end of SmackDown with Kane means more than what it seemed, because I believe that they do not trust Christian to be the top heel of SmackDown, and I believe that they're going to kind of lower him a little bit and actually bury him by having him lose his third consecutive title match to Randy Orton. If he does win, I can see like a payoff match at SummerSlam in a cage or something like that, but it should be interesting. In all booking sense, Christian should win, but WWE, and knowing how they are, I believe Randy Orton will win and actually set up a Kane feud, which I think they're going to drop the Sheamus thing completely. I really do, especially with the changing of the SmackDown writers, and we know how the WWE, they like to just drop things. I do think Sheamus is going to try to get booked as a face. Now, that would be an interesting thing, would be have Christian win it, Sheamus instantly cash in, and have Christian lose the title again. It would do wonders for his character of who he is right now, even though it would be another joke run, and I don't want to see Christian have that and go through that, but I can see it possibly happening. Who knows? We shall see. But I'm going to pick Randy Orton, unfortunately. Which brings me to the match that is probably the most hyped match in quite a while. I mean, even more hyped, in my opinion, than the Triple H Undertaker match at WrestleMania. You have John Cena versus CM Punk. Is Punk leaving? Is he really leaving? Is this all going to end up being a part of the storyline? Did it start as him leaving and end up as a storyline? Is he going to resign and they're keeping it very tight? I don't know. I really cannot pick this match. I can see it going a number of ways. I can see Punk winning, losing if Del Rio wins the Money in the Bank, losing the title that way, and having Del Rio cashing in, and this way Punk didn't leave with the title, so this Cena's not fired, setting up the Del Rio Cena feud. I see Cena win cleanly, which would be a shame, like in a hell of a match, and have him pull out a win. Or I see Vince McMahon, if Punk did resign him, maybe screwing John Cena, helping Punk win, and have a kind of like ha ha ha, we fooled you type thing. I don't know. Which is great. I mean, this is the best angle done in a while, and it's the first angle that really has me guessing. I don't know how this is going to go. Did Punk sign? Is he really leaving? What's going on? We'll find out tomorrow night. It should be a fantastic pay-per-view, but knowing WWE and their booking, it will probably be booked like shit. I'm not very optimistic about WWE pay-per-views because I've been let down as of late, ever since Extreme Rules, pretty much. Chicago. Thank God it's in Chicago, though. Chicago does, and not even aside from the CM Punk thing, Chicago's usually a great wrestling crowd, and so they should be really up and ready to go, especially with the CM Punk angle going. I'm really hoping Orton and Cena get fucking booed out of the fucking building, but we shall see how it goes. Leave me a comment, and I will post a recap after the pay-per-view tomorrow night. Everybody enjoy it. Should be good. Hopefully.